Hi there Libra, welcome back to Wild Lotus Tarot. This is going to be your monthly intuitive general tarot reading for August. Libra, let's get started. I've got plenty of cards here. I'm going to begin by choosing you an overarching energy from the Rider-Waite deck. We'll then get into your oracle cards to set the theme before we get the full tarot cards out and their clarifiers. So let's get started on that overarching theme. Message from Tarot for Libra for August. Oh, it literally turned over in my hands. The Two of Cups. Beautiful energy. I mean, that is known as the soulmate or the twin flame energy, Libra. I don't limit this to love, because this can be that, you know, business partner, creative counterpart or colleague, or that you just have that real chemistry with, that you can get something off the ground with. Can be friendship as well. I always notice what's at the bottom of the deck when I pull the overarching energy. I have the Ace of Pentacles here, so this could be a new beginning, a new emotional beginning that just feels like you've known this person for ages. This can be the beginning of a new commitment also. Let's see what else comes out, guys. So I'm using the Sacred Power reading cards here. I'm going to pull one of these for you, Libra. These are really beautifully illustrated cards. Lots of energy in these images. Okay, message for Libra, please. They're also a little difficult to shuffle. That one's poking out. I'm going to take it. Abundance. Beautiful. Okay, well, some of you might have an increase in abundance this month. It's going to get the energy out from the Work Your Light Oracle. That one turns straight over as well. Akasha, your guidance is divinely guided. So it's saying that whatever is unfolding for you this month, Libra, is kind of written for you. It's predestined if you believe in that. You know, it's meant to be, and it could be quite abundant or fruitful, and that doesn't just mean in monetary terms. We can think of a new connection becoming abundant with fulfillment and love and joy and harmony as well. Let's go to the yogic path. Here we are, it's poking out. Atman. Look, I mean, this is really one of my cards of being really mindful of the messages that you might be getting, the downloads. And guys, you don't have to be, you know, psychic or spiritually inclined to get those. It's really just tuning into, you know, those ideas that come through you, the inspirations, and they often occur when you're having those moments of stillness and silence. So just taking that time to tune in, to hear what your higher self wants to tell you and where it wants to lead you this month, because it says that your guidance is divinely guided. So there could definitely be some key messages coming through for you that's leading you onto a new path. Let's go to the tarot now, guys. I'm going to start by pulling a card for your recent past. Six of Wands, victory, recognition, you know, coming out of a darker time, moving into a place of harmony. In your present situation, we have the Knight of Wands. Yeah, getting ready to charge forward here. Lots of fire and energy. Let's go to your blocks or challenges. The World. Okay, there's a major completion here, and you know, it could be that there's some resistance to completing that cycle with that in your blocks and challenges position. Let's go to the advice from Tarot now. Five of Swords. It could be, you know, a message to not engage in the kind of more negative energies, or, you know, especially with those around you. And outcome energy, we have got the Four of Pentacles here, and still this is at the bottom of the deck. So let's clarify, guys, and then we'll read the story that's unfolding here for us. So it's going to clarify that Six of Wands, Gemini. There it goes. Three of Wands. Okay, yeah, definitely riding into a new path here and wanting to, but I think there's going to be the temptation to hold on to something of the past. Oh, we've got Five of Swords again here, clarifying the Knight of Wands, clarifying the world and blocks or challenges. The Tower, yeah, absolutely. Resistance to completing a cycle, because it's a big one. Or the universe is going to say, if you don't do it, Libra, I'll do it for you. I'll bring in a Tower moment. We've got the Four of Pentacles. So we've got 2 Four of Pentacles and 2 Five of Swords in this reading, guys. This is about not holding on. We're going to have to surrender here. Oh, finishing on the Sun, the most positive card in the tarot deck. If only you can let go and surrender to this ending that is really coming in for you here, Libra. Okay, Libra, so there's a real sense of, you know, a new direction unfolding for you that's coming through a major completion or after a major completion. But I do see here a temptation for you to hold on and resist that completion, right? Because change, you know, change is scary. There's a fear of the unknown here, I feel. But the universe is saying, you know what, this is destined time for you to jump into your next cycle. And if you don't do it, then potentially I'm going to bring in a Tower moment. I'm going to shift you anyway. So it's best that we be like that dancer and flow into those cycles of life rather than trying to resist, rather than trying to hang on. Because, you know, Libra, you're following the Sun energy here. You're moving in such a positive new direction. So in your recent past here, we have the Six of Wands and the Three of Wands. So, you know, this says to me that you might have moved on from a challenge or be in the process of moving on from a challenge. With that Six of Wands, it is a card of victory, riding out of a darker time with your head held high, newfound sense of confidence, of self-esteem, and you're wanting to move into a greater sense of joy, of harmony, into a more positive chapter here. It shows me that, you know, you have made the decision in the recent past to turn your back on a situation that's not in alignment for you. But I'm feeling that in this reading there's a temptation to dip back into it or to turn around and have a look over your shoulder. But what we really want to do is keep that forward moving momentum here, Libra. Both of these characters are firmly, you know, in the present and looking towards the future. So the Three of Wands is somebody who's turned their back on the past, is standing here or sitting here, you know, contemplating the next step, the next, you know, what's going to happen next. And in the Rider version of this card, this person is looking out towards the horizon and there's ships on them and they're not there yet, but they will come in. So it's the indicator that there are new successes for you. There's new achievements in your near future, but you're in the setup phase because you're ending a cycle and beginning a next one. So it's important to keep making those strategic moves forward, those right steps forward, and not look back. So don't look back here, Libra. I might call this reading that. It's all about forward momentum and taking the inspired action that you need to keep moving. I mean, this person here has had the sense of victory because they've taken this Ace of Wands and they've done what needs to be done. They've, you know, listened to the universe. They've moved away from what's not serving them. But the message here is to keep moving in that direction because there will be great success. There absolutely will be great success. But it's in the next season. It's in the next chapter because you're sort of in that threshold. You're in that kind of crossover time and space. Okay, in the present situation, we've got the Five of Swords and the Knight of Wands. So here comes that conflict energy that we see in the center of this reading, Libra. Knight of Swords and Five of Wands. Now, what I'm noticing about this Knight of Wands here is that we've just had two characters that are moving forward, you know, feeling really confident and positive about that path. And here we have the Knight of Wands who's charging in the other direction. I feel like you're going to be conflicted. I feel like there's something that you've moved away from. This is a general reading, guys. Obviously, the big themes is it could be a person, whether that's in a work situation or a romantic context. You know, you've made the decision to move away from something that's not serving you. But I think that now you're a bit conflicted about whether you've made the right decision. And the temptation is to get back on that horse and move back towards what you've just, you know, put all that time and energy from moving away from. So don't look back, Libra. This is about manifesting a new beginning here. We really want to, you know, mirror image that Knight of Wands and have him charging into the new beginning. Because I feel like if you move backwards, if you go back towards the situation, that's when the universe is going to bring in that Tower for you. So don't move back, keep moving forward, put your energy investment in the right place, because you're moving back towards a conflict here. Five of Swords. Now, Five of Swords is that slightly kind of more conflicted energy than the Five of Wands. It's a little bit more serious. Stakes are a little bit higher. You could be dealing with somebody who's a little bit nasty. It can be that kind of argumentative energy. You know, it is a sense of victory, this card, but it's a victory that comes at a cost. So it tells me that there is something in this situation that's drawing you back, because there's some advantage in it for you, but the cost is, you know, that you are sacrificing greater happiness for that. So we want to move in the right direction. It can be your own sense of internal conflict as well, but you know, it says that it's not worth the sacrifice. There's a cost of this victory. Whereas the Six of Wands, when you decided to move away from this situation, Libra, is true victory, head held high victory, moving towards brighter times victory. So in your blocks or challenges, we have the World and the Tower. Absolutely. You know what? The universe is saying that it's time for you to end this cycle, whatever it is, the relationship, the job, the cycle of self-sabotage, the cycle of holding yourself back, of keeping yourself small, whatever it is for you, it's over. You've learned the life lessons that you need to from that, Libra, and you need to be like this dancer who goes with effortless flow, goes, yep, okay, I know that's done, and now I'm jumping through that Saturnian hoop into my next karmic lesson, into my next chapter. This is a massive kind of portal, a threshold that you're on. You know, and the temptation, as I said before, is you going back to the old. And if you do that, I think the universe is going to move in with a Tower moment, because this is done for you. It's not meant for you anymore. So the Tower can be quite an energy of sudden change. It can be the shattering of an illusion. It can be the shaking of a foundation to bring down a situation or a belief, whatever it may be, because it's no longer in alignment for you. So the Tower will be shattered. It can feel quite chaotic, but the universe does this lovingly, because it's meant to get you back on your purpose, to realign you with your true path, Libra. So, you know, my advice is to move away from and towards, you know, in that rhythm that you really feel is naturally right. Otherwise, you could be facing that Tower moment. But there is this massive completion and a new beginning that is waiting just behind this Tower energy. So we must let the Tower fall. The temptation can be to rebuild the Tower, to, like I said, to connect back with this situation. And look, you know, with that Two of Cups here, I think it involves a person. It could be obviously a lover or with a business partner or something like that. But if we rebuild the Tower, Libra, we generally find ourselves a little bit further down the track and at the same point, and then we've kind of lost the time that we could be, you know, following this beautiful new beginning that we see here. So the advice from Spirit or Tarot, we've got the Five of Swords again and the Four of Pentacles, which we're going to have again in a moment. This combination says to me, don't hold on. You know, I might just swap this out for the Rider version so you can see it. I'll go like that. The Four of Pentacles shows somebody who's holding on to something for dear life, and in doing that, they're keeping themselves contracted, keeping themselves small, keeping themselves limited. And the Four of Pentacles is also, you know, a card of assessing your self-worth, your self-esteem, your quality. There's a sense here that if you re-engage with this situation, you know, you're only selling yourself short. You know, you started off really good with that Six of Wands, which is actually a card of feeling in great confidence and esteem. So, you know, it's I know it's key to your foundation, the situation, but we need to let go and surrender, because it is done, and we're only going to be engaging in negative energy. So it's saying move away from the negative energy, move away from those that keep you small, that those that you know, affect your self-esteem, that are not lifting you up. Those that are dragging you down, let them go. We want to lift ourselves up now. It's time to liberate. So number 5 is the card of conflict in the tarot, guys, but it's also the card of change. It says there needs to be the change that you're already starting to make. Get back on that, because that's what's going to transmute the conflict that we see in the situation. It's time to rise up. It's time to, you know, be in all your glory, because look where it's all heading. Libra, the Sun at the end of your reading. This is known as the most positive card in the tarot deck, and it says that the worst is over, right? You've actually gone through the worst, so why not move towards the light now? It is a card of great healing. It says that the road ahead is abundant and positive for the person that's willing to release the past and accept that maybe a cycle has closed, but the direction on the other side is far, far greater. What you have to gain is far greater, so don't hold on, Libra. Surrender and let go and follow that light of the big golden sun. This is your new beginning that's waiting for you. Libra, I'm excited for you. You know, I do wish you all the best this month. Keep in mind it is a general reading. It may not resonate for everyone. I think there's always a piece that can be taken though, so just take what resonates, leave the rest. It is a general reading for the collective. If you want to leave me a comment, I would love that. I do like to hear how these readings resonate for you. I read each and every one and I do try and respond to them as well. It helps me get to know you guys and connect with your energies, and I'll see you back here for plenty more readings across the month.